Well, hi guys. It's Saturday. Cole and I finally made it out for our walk. As you can see, the sun is setting, and we're just now getting out here to do our thing. We're at a different park, of course. We got so many to choose from, but this is the park we happen to be at today. And the reason why we're here so late today is because for the better part of the day it rained, which we really need because my peaches need some water. My peach trees, grapes are doing pretty good, but the peaches are pretty small. They're still at, golf ball size now. And I haven't been paying enough attention to them in the past years to realize whether or not that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing. If they're behind or if they're ahead, I don't know. But I know there's a lot fewer of them on the tree than normal, and I know that a lot of them have fallen off already prematurely. So that's a sign that it's not getting enough water. But we got water today. But anyway, I've been watching a lot of YouTube today since I was at home. Nothing else to do, didn't work today. Just relaxed, laid up in bed and watched YouTube videos. It's about all I do. Wait a minute, is that a deer? No, that's a deer in park bench. I got a deer on the brain. But this is about time for him to come out. But sorry about that distraction. But yeah, I've been watching videos all day, pretty much. A lot of doom and gloom about what's going to happen with the economy. A lot of doom and gloom about what's going to happen with the war. A lot of doom and gloom about what's going to happen, period. And during the course of watching videos, I'm taking naps in between and waking up and turn the video on. Because most of the time, I don't sit there and watch the people's face, while they're making videos. I just listen. I'll put the video on, and then I'll close my eyes and lay there and relax and listen to the broadcast, and just enjoy it that way while I rest. And at some point, I'm going to fall asleep because the way my video feed works out, it'll jump from one video to the next, and it'll just, go from one to another based on, I guess my history. It just selects a playlist for me of different videos that it thinks I may be interested in. So somehow something must have incorporated itself into my mind or whatever, and I woke up with a kind of an epiphany. I think I realized what's going on with everything that's going on today, and it's not pretty, guys. Not pretty at all. Okay. Let me start with this. I knew something was wrong when this was back, 8 years ago, when President Trump was running for president, and Hillary Clinton was running against him. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. That woman could not get into the presidency office. I was hoping for Trump would win, And I actually like Trump and whatever, Some people don't like him, but I liked him because he was all about construction. And I was in the construction industry back then, and he promised more work. And more work for me means more money. And I was all for that, So anybody that, I can vote into office that's going to help me, it makes me happy and whatever. And Republicans, I've always been for Republicans because Republicans believe in making it where you can work and make your own money and not depend on the government. Whereas Democrats, they want you dependent. And I don't like being dependent on anybody. I like being, self-sufficient. But anyway, we dodged a major bullet when Trump won. And as I watched television the day after when he won and everything, and I could see the commentaries and everything about the election, and I seen grown men crying. You know, I guess if you want to call them men, guys, he, she things. You know, not full blown he, she like they are now. That actually think they're women. Just you can just tell they were like gay people. But that's a whole nother video. But the feminist kind of people were crying, women, crying and whatever, because they really wanted Hillary to win. You know, they just wanted a woman president just for the sake of having a woman president. Which is really stupid because, I know for a fact, because of the day and age we live in, if we'd had her for president, we'd have already been in a war. This Putin thing would have happened 8 years ago. But it didn't happen. We dodged that bullet, and we had Trump, which made the economy boom. We've had the best years since Reagan. Well, not Reagan, because Reagan fixed all the problems, and it didn't trickle down like he said until Clinton got in, and Clinton reaped the benefits of all the things that Reagan did, and got all the credit for it. And really, it was Reagan's policies that made the economy do good under Clinton and whatever. So it wasn't Clinton that did it; it was Reagan that did it, and he had the sense enough not to mess with it, not to change anything. He just let it ride out, and he reaped the benefits, And then we had a situation where Biden ran against Trump, and I was thinking, this can't happen. He ain't gonna win, so I really didn't worry about it. I tell you, I lost my shit when Biden won. Just watching him during the campaign, I was thinking to my mind, Fire Marshal Bill, the Jim Carrey character, when Jim Carrey was on In Living Color. I was thinking about him. I mean, Biden reminds me of him big time. But that's who we got for president. We got Fire Marshal Bill for president, or Fire Marshal Jim, whatever he was or whatever. Needless to say, he was a damn idiot. I mean, I think we'd have been in better shape if Terry Crews had have won the presidency. And maybe he should run, because he probably would win, because that's the kind of society we live in right now. I mean, you don't think so? I mean, this society, the way things is now, is a perfect society for Terry Crews to become president. He wouldn't get my vote, but I'm pretty sure he would win, based on the populace and how people are nowadays. He would win hands down. But that leads me up to today. What's going on now? The way the country is going, the way things are going. You've got these women or men that think they're women and want to be changed into women, and they want to let kids make their decision about whether or not they want to be a man or a woman, and rearranging their body parts to accommodate what they think or what they feel. It's insane. You won't let kids drink or smoke or do drugs because they don't have the mental faculties to make those kind of choices, but yet you can have them mutilate their bodies. It's crazy, but anyway, that's the society we live in now, and we're at the verge of a war. And not to mention the economy, which they keep pumping more money in. They raise the interest rates. They do bailouts, and they keep on letting the debt go up and up and up and up. Only reason why you would do something like that is if you're trying to prolong the inevitable. What are they prolonging it for? I think they know something that we do not know, and they would not tell us because they know that it would be a panic in the streets, and everybody would lose their shit, and it would be anarchy. It would be Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years before it actually is going to happen. Because it's going to happen, guys. You know, you just can't, the bottom's going to fall out of this at some point. Anybody that doesn't understand that or agree with that, I don't know what to tell you. But it's going to fall out. But it would fall out a lot sooner if people knew that. I don't know what the doom and gloom is going to be, what the deciding factor is going to be, but they know something is going to happen, and they know it's coming, and they're like, let's just keep everything together until the end. You know, the end is coming. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's just keep the status quo until it happens. We can make as much money as we can and live high on the hog and enjoy our lives while the regular people just struggle to pay their light bill day in and day out, only to be blown to bits, you know, by the coming catastrophe that's going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it, and they know this. They're not going to tell us, you know. If I knew that the world was going to end, you know, say in a year or 2 years or 5 years or whatever, I wouldn't change nothing. I would simply, you know, work harder to try to do my bucket list before that happens. I would go and try to enjoy the Grand Canyon. I would go and try and see some of the other 8 wonders of the world that I could. You know, I'd go camping more. I'd take coal and go out walking more, do more stuff. You know, visit my family and people that I haven't visited in years and everything. You know, I wouldn't go out and rape the girl next door that I got a crush on, or you know, crazy stuff like that, or rob a bank or nothing stupid. I wouldn't do no crazy stuff like that. But there are a lot of people that would. You know, it would be like the purge. But I do believe something like that is going to happen. And with the view of all the things that are going on, and the way Elon Musk is talking about trying to terraform Mars and whatever, that could take centuries to do. You know, that's a waste of resources and time. You know, we could fix this planet. You know, but like Neil deGrasse Tyson says, we could fix this planet. It'd be much easier to fix this planet than to try and make a dead planet alive. But that's the power thing. They want to have power and do something. You know, they're thinking far ahead. But they may know. Only thing I can think of that they know is going to happen, that there's nothing we can do to stop it, is that there's a asteroid coming to hit this planet, and it's going to split it half in two, and there'll be no way of us surviving. Or if anybody survives, it'll be so few, it'll be such a terrible situation that you're going to die anyway. You might survive the initial impact, but things will be so bad that you'll just die slowly. But death is inevitable. I think something like that's going to happen, and they know it, and they're just not telling us, and they're just going to let it ride out, and then you won't know what's going on until you see a fireball in the sky. You'll probably think it's the Russians launching a missile at us, or like they finally, you know, launched the missile on us. They finally attacked. You know, they'll blame it on Russia. Russia will blame it on us, and everybody else in between will blame it on the conflict between the two. You know, and they'll hide behind that. You know, that way they won't be accountable, and nobody will be storming the White House saying, "Why didn't you guys tell us?" You know, they're using the war as a cover for the coming disaster that's going to happen, that they know is going to happen, but they're not going to tell us. And when it happens, it'll be under the cover of a nuclear attack. Sorry, I had to delete some stuff so I can have more space because this is getting kind of long. But like I say, that's what I believe is going on. And a lot of you people aren't really versed on asteroids or comets or stuff like that that's flying around in space and whatever, because you're so much grounded on the ground where you're thinking about paying the next month's light bill that you're not thinking about what's going on out there in space and whatever. But what's going on out there in space is happening regardless. I don't want to run into those people and try and talk So I'm gonna go back this way. I shouldn't run into anybody. But anyway, I'm gonna school you on this. There are asteroids out there, big, huge ass rocks, planet size, moon size, and smaller, but big enough to destroy this planet and kill everything living here, to the point where the life might reestablish itself and start over again, or it may be a complete factory reset to where there's nothing alive here. I don't know which way it'll be, but I think it's happening. And I understand, I do grasp the concept of space and distance and how far apart things are in space and everything, and how improbable that is. But I'm gonna give you an example. I used to ride my bike to work. It would take me like 2 hours to get there, and I would have to get up early in the morning to get to the job because I had car problems. And I figured until I made up enough money to get my car fixed, I would just ride my bike back and forth to work. So I ride the bike in conjunction with riding buses or whatever. I'd get the bus as far as I could go, and then I'd ride my bike the rest of the way. And when I would do that, I have to leave early, extra early in the morning, like about 3 o'clock or maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. I have to leave home in order to get to work by 7:30, 8 o'clock, whatever time the starting time was. But I had to leave extra early. It would be dark. There'd be very few cars out on the road, and the road I would ride on would be a 2-lane road where you only got one lane going one way, the other lane coming back the other way. So I'm riding my bike on this road. The actual road I had to ride on doing this was only about, I don't know, about 2 or 3 miles long. And then I get to the main road where there were sidewalks and everything. This road happened to have no sidewalk, so I had no choice but to ride my bike on that road. And it was a scary thing because, you don't want to get hit by a car. And it's dark, and people drive fast because they're in a hurry. But the thing is, it was early, so traffic was really light. Wasn't many people out there riding around. So picture this, guys. I leave the time I leave in order to get to work on time. And I'm on a 2-lane road. I'm going my direction. And behind me, if a car comes up behind me, I can hear a car coming because it's quiet and it's dark. I can see headlights. So I know a car is coming behind me. So I'll move over to the left side of the road because any car that's coming behind me is going to be on the right side because we're in the United States and we drive on the right side of the road. So I get over to the left side so that he can pass by me, without me having to worry about him hitting me, even if he doesn't see me, So if a car did come from behind me, I'd drift over to the left side and ride until it passes me. Then I'd get back over to the right side and continue on my way. Now, if I'm going forward and I see a car coming from ahead of me, coming toward me on the left side, I can see the headlights long before it gets there. So I've got time to get over far enough to the right to where he could pass me without any worries. So this would happen from time to time. But more times than not, I can't explain this, but what would end up happening is I would hear a car coming from behind me, and I would see one coming ahead of me at the same time. And I kid you not, guys, the way things should work out, considering I'm leaving at the time I'm leaving, whoever this person is that's passing me from behind is leaving at the time they left wherever they're leaving from or going to, and the person that's coming from ahead of me is coming from wherever they're coming from at different times. We should not all meet up together at the same damn point in the road. That should not happen. The odds of that are just, I can't even calculate the odds because I don't have enough math skills to do that. But I know they're high. But it would happen time and damn it time again. I would move over to the left side to try to let the car behind me go by. But the car in front of me coming toward me is already over there, and we meet up at the same time. I either have to pull my bike over to the side of the road and get off onto the shoulder to let these two pass by and then get back on the road and do my thing. And it was annoying because I should have been able to just go to one side or the other to avoid the cars and then keep going. Now, you guys can say, oh, that's just coincidence. No, that's bullshit. There ain't no fucking coincidence. That is not coincidence. That is, I don't know what that is called, but that happens, and it should not happen. It should not, it definitely should not happen. And I've noticed it when I'm walking these trails. If I'm on a bike, or if I'm on a skateboard, or rollerblades, or walking, or running. Cole, he's taking advantage of me on his phone. I don't know where he's at. I'm gonna have to buzz him. I don't know. I don't care what you're on. There's a person coming towards me walking or on a bike or whatever. You pick or choose the vehicle they're on. And I'm walking, riding the bike. Oh, Cole's right in front of me. I'm walking, riding the bike or skateboard, whatever I'm on. And I'm making my way along the trail. And then there's somebody else behind me coming up. And we all meet up at the same time. You got a person on a bike, you got a person on a skateboard, and you got a person on an e-bike or on rollerblades or something. Different kinds of vehicles. They started their little journey on the trail at different times, but yet you all meet up at the same damn spot where everybody's got to, adjust their course to keep from running each other. That is crazy. I didn't have any control over it. If I had any control over it, I wouldn't want to meet neither one of them. I'm pretty sure they're not trying to speed up or slow down in order to make this meeting happen, because people want to go about their business. They don't want to get ingested or whatever. So it's beyond our power for that to happen, but it happens. I was leaving to make a run the other night, and I take off out of the driveway. I had to stop at the mailbox to get some mail, and then I got my mail and I took on off, keep on going. It was really late at night, shouldn't be nobody out, but of course the one person that is out, we meet up at the intersection, and there was no danger of us hitting each other. Everything, it just happens to be that we meet up at the intersection at the same time, and I was just like, this shouldn't happen, not at this time of night, especially after I stopped at the mailbox. I mean, I changed it. If I hadn't stopped at the mailbox, would we have still met? No, we wouldn't have. I would have rolled on by and that wouldn't have happened. But by me stopping at the mailbox, taking the time it took me to get my mail out and do what I had to do, here we are. We met at the intersection. I had to stop, he had to stop, and then he went on about his way. But it happened. So if you don't think that no matter how improbable it is that a meteor can hit this planet and kill every damn thing on it, you're sadly mistaken. And I do believe that something like that is going to happen, and they know it. From above or below, something's going to happen. Maybe a major earthquake is going to split the planet in half and kill everything on it. And we're all going to fall into an abyss, a polar shift. The planet's going to spin around on its axis, the opposite direction or something goofy like that. Something's going to happen. They know it's going to happen. That's why they don't care about the economy, about the stupid stuff they're doing. That's the only thing that makes sense. Damn it, guys. Terry Crews for president. Terry Crews for president. I'm sorry.